Through the Glance family and first time viewers. This is Mo Money Terry bringing you my new Pick 3 at a Glance strategy that you won't find anywhere else, because this is a 30 years of playing Pick 3 that I came up with my own strategy, where you don't have to worry about how to learn the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, the multiple different rundowns that they have out there for you to try to win the number, find out what number is coming the next day. With Pick 3 at a Glance, I took 22 numbers and did the 111 rundown on those 22 numbers, and I have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations for you to just track and look and see what numbers is coming in your own state. Then I took up tracking the pairs. I put a strategy together for tracking the pairs. Also, a strategy for tracking the back pair and the front pair and the single digits. That's easy to teach and show everyone how to use. You don't have to worry, like I said, about the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the root sums, and the multiple different rundowns they have out there for you to try to hit those numbers the next day. There's no strategy that's going to show you what number is coming the next day. I don't care how they try to say that it is. It's not anything out there. You have to track the actual 1,000 numbers for yourself and know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers at all times if you're going to win and win big. And you're going to have to put the work in to winning. You get out of it what you put into it. So with Pick 3 at a Glance, what I do is show you how to track your own numbers for your own state and do the workout for yourself. It's easy and simple to learn. But like I say, you have to put the work in. And with the Pick 3 at a Glance strategy, by tracking all 1,000 numbers, you know that you're on the right track, because you have 1,000 numbers, and with those 1,000 numbers, you have, if you played a different number every day out of the 365 days out of the year, if you played them exact, you still going to have 635 of those numbers that you ain't going to have no idea what's going on with those numbers. That's why it's imperative that you have to track your own numbers for your own state. If you're playing your own money, you need to know what's going on with the numbers that you're playing. I don't play any numbers unless I have tracked the numbers and know what's going on with them. I don't play my birthday. I don't play holidays. I don't play numbers that follow numbers. I play what I see using my Pick 3 at a Glance strategy. And you will see the difference in playing when you do the same for yourself. You won't be guessing your numbers. You'll know why you're playing your numbers. And it's simple and easy to use, like I say. And now they have the wild ball that they're adding to the Pick 3. So it's really imperative that you track and know what's going on with those numbers in those Pick 3 numbers in your state. Because with that Powerball number, I believe, and this is my belief, they're changing the Pick 3 into the Pick 4 and making it with 10,000 numbers, and the Pick 4 into the Pick 5. Now it has 100,000 numbers, okay? So with that extra ball, I don't care what they say, it seems like to me that's what's going on. So it's imperative you're going to win and know how to win. Know how to win, not guess how to win. Because if you don't know why you're playing a number, you're guessing. But with Pick 3 at a Glance, you'll know why you're playing your number. And you'll know how to strategize and build a skill set with the Pick 3 at a Glance strategy. All right? So just follow me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Set the bell on so when I go live, you'll get an alert. I try to let everybody know before I come on, give them enough time to know that I'm going live. Pretty much I'll be going live. But the strategy is easy to use. I've had eye surgery, and I'd like for everyone to communicate with me through my email, which is momoneyterry, all small caps, @gmail.com. Again, momoneyterry, all small caps, at gmail.com. But when you email me, please use capital letters. It's easier for me to read until I kind of totally recover here. So I'm trying to keep the channel going while my eyes recover. And now I'm in East St. Louis. I'm state specific. I was state specific for Missouri, but I moved to East St. Louis with my daughter. So what I did, I went back a whole year and tracked all the data from East St. Louis with the pick through at a glance strategy and know what numbers that I'm playing over here in East St. Louis. Also, I have data for Missouri. So if you need any information for the Missouri data, just email me. But once you start tracking, mostly everybody in Missouri has the strategy and they follow me. Okay, so play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.
Hello, all right, family. How's everybody today? Congratulations to everybody that got that 223 that called me and let me know in Illinois they got the 223 that I pointed out. Remember when I said yesterday, if you followed me yesterday, I was telling you that the 778, the 233, the 788, and the 778 hadn't failed. And the reason I was playing them because they mirrored each other. So a lot of people took me up on that and they hit the 223. Like I say, we can track them all. We're working with the law of average, all right? But you can't play them all. But I did have those as hot. If anybody remember, I had it hot, and I'll show it again on this live, okay? So congratulations again. And I'm going to do the rundown on it, and I'm going to put it on the calendar here. If you can see it, I take something off this desk here, off here. Let me do this here. Give myself room to work with, because I ain't using this. Now, let's do it this way. Yep. All right. Yesterday evening draw was 228. So I'm going to underline that as another hit for April here. Everything in red we've hit this month so far. Okay. Tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And if you're not familiar how the pick through at a glance work, like I said, take 22 numbers, do 111 rundown on those 22 numbers. And with those 22 numbers, I have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. Then I have 3 other strategies where you do the front pair, back pair, and the single pair. Okay? And with that front pair, back pair, and single pair, you can track everything about the numbers that you want to track and know why you plan your number. The biggest thing that I found is that many people don't know why they're playing their number, like I didn't. When I won, I had nowhere to really go to try to find the numbers without going to books and different other strategies. And they really wasn't showing me what I need to see, because I couldn't see what was going on with the actual 1,000 numbers and how the law average fit into winning until I started tracking the numbers. Okay? And that's how pick through at a glance came about, because I realized to win, I did read on a book that the numbers work by law average, and that you had to, I guess, basically know why you was playing a number. And if you didn't know why you was playing a number, don't play it. And I hadn't got to that point yet. So I was looking at all strategies. I knew every tic-tac-toe there was to know. I knew every rundown there was to know. But I couldn't put things in a numerical order to see what was actually going on with the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay? And the reason being why you have to know what's going on with all those 1,000 numbers is that the numbers work randomly. you got 1 in 1,000 odds, okay? And those numbers rotating randomly and changing positions, you have to know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers. You got 1,000 numbers, you got 1 in 1,000 odds. If you played a different number every day out of the year for 365 days of the year, you got 635 other numbers. You have no idea what's going on with them. And when you go to play them, you have no idea why you're playing it. So that's why I started the pick three at a glance strategy, where you had an easy system that you could use to track the actual 1,000 numbers and know why you would always know why you were playing your numbers. So congratulations again, too, because I had the 228 yesterday, the 288 that I mentioned, the 773, and excuse me, and wait a minute, the 228, the 288, the 773, and the 733. Okay, right. So congratulations on that. All right. Now, let's flip this here. Was that right? No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm thinking the wrong. All right. So I'm going to do the 111 rundown on the 228. I might be wrong here. Am I thinking? Okay. Here, I'm going to do the 111 rundown on the 228 in case anyone doesn't know how to do the 111 rundown. Where am I? If you knew and you're watching here, I'm going to do the 111 rundown on the 228 that came in. 228. And you add 1 to the winning number that came in for the day, and you add 1 to each one of the numbers. You add 1 to 3, you want, 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10, but you don't use the 1, you use the 0 in the second place, all right? With lottery math. And then 1 to 1, 1 to 0, you get 1, and then 1 to 1, you get 2. Same here. You had 1 to 2, you're going to count straight down because you're adding 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 1 to 2 is 3. Then you go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. All right? Then the 2. Same number at the bottom you get at the top, you add it correctly. That's why I use the 111 rundown, because it puts everything in numerical order for you, starting from the top to the bottom. Same here. You add 1 to the 8, you get 9. You add 1 to the 9, you get 10. You don't use the 1, you just use the 0 in the right hand side. And you add 0, then you count straight down. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, with the law of average, like I said, I take 22 numbers and do the 1-1 rundown on those 22 numbers, and you have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. And with those 22 numbers, which I call base numbers, and I have them columnarized, numbered, you're looking for the column in which the winning number, which is here, this 228 came in, winning number for the day is going to be in the column. But the number that this 228 would be under is going to be under 044. The 044, which is the winning, the column number with the base number, by being a double, can come three different ways. And those three different ways, it can come 440 here. Let me move over here. Be 440. It can be 404. And it can be 044. That's the rotation. That's what happens with the law of average. With the law of average, all these numbers take turns changing position. And when you're tracking with the law of average, that's what this means. That all those 1,000 numbers take turns changing positions. By this being a double, it only can come three ways. From 0 to triple zeros to 999, which is 1,000 numbers. It can only come three ways. That's what I mean by law. Throughout the year, these numbers change its position. Doubles can only go three ways. That's what you mean by law average. I don't care what method they use. If they're using a law average, if it's four numbers, those four numbers throughout the year being drawn have to change positions by law average. Okay? And with singles, like say 1, 2, 3, they come six different ways. All right? That's where the law average come in effect. That's why it's important for you to track the actual 1,000 numbers so you'll know what they're doing and how the numbers are changing position. This 1, 2, 3, as we know, can come 1, 2, 3. It can come 1, 3, 2. It can come 2, 1, 3. It can come 2, 3, 1. By law average, a complete cycle is when all these numbers have changed position. Then it can come 3, 1, 2. Or it can come 3, 2, 1. This here is all the positions that it can go. That's what I mean by the law average. Hold on, let me move up here so. And that's when you betting. When you betting and you say you want to bet on the numbers box, you betting that you're going to catch, you have a chance of catching all these positions here. When you do a box. When you do a straight, that means you want to just catch it as 440 straight or 404 straight or 044 straight. That's why it pays more money, because the likely chances of you hitting the number straight is harder. And especially on the doubles. Working with the law average. That's why it pays more. Same way on the doubles. When you bet on this 1, 2, 3 straight, it pays more because working with the law average, the likelihood of you hitting it is less. But when you bet on a box or a combination, the likelihood of you hitting one of these is greater, working with the law average. Okay? So that's what that means when you say you play a combo or a box. All right? And working with the law average. And this here is what I'm trying to get everybody to understand, is throughout the numbers, with those 1,000 numbers, it takes almost 3 years for all these 1,000 numbers to change positions, and for you to be able to hit them, because out of these 10 numbers here, you're only going to get a third of the numbers for the whole year to come exact. Working with the law average. And everything has an average that it works with. And that's what we work with the pick 3 at a glance, is the law of average. All right? So, like I did the 1-1 rundown here, with this 228, we're looking for the base number again. So, the base number is this, I know it's this 440, but on my sheet it's going to be 4044 in the column. So we're going to go to the doubles here. And we're going to see what column the 044 is under. And you'll be able to recognize those okay. Now the 440 is the one of the base numbers. I'm going to show you what the base numbers are out of the 22 numbers to make the 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations. Okay. Here's the base numbers. I'm gonna go to the doubles so I don't want to confuse you too much. These are the single numbers, and these are the base numbers here for the singles. But since we had a double to come in, was the 228, then we're gonna go to the doubles, the column where the doubles are at. Let me find the doubles. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did the singles. I must turn 2 pages. Here's the singles. The column for the singles. What's going on here? But we're going to the column where the doubles are at. And that's, I'll explain to you what that 44 means here. 440. 440 is one the base numbers, but it's 044 on the double column. And it's column number 10. But it's shown as 044. Okay? Same number. It's the same number as the 044. And when you go to column 10, which is his base number, that 228 that came in for Illinois will always be in that rundown. And see here, you can see at a glance that it's the second time that it came in for the year. Right here. So you're going to mark it, you'll mark it off. And working with the law average, what you're trying to do is lessen the pool of the numbers that you have to play. And by marking them off, what you're going to be looking at is playing the numbers pretty much that were left for the year, from the previous year pretty much. All right. Now, when I first put this sheet together, I did the 1-1 rundown old school, because back then we didn't have the laptops and all the stuff that we had available today, and that's been about 30 years ago. But now we have an app that does the 1-1-1 rundown for you. And it's called the Blind Squirrel App LLC. Okay. called Blind Squirrel LLC. And what you do is put the 228 that came in, Illinois evening draw, because that's all I track is evening using the pick through at a glance. You can track evening, or you can track midday. It depends on what you want to track. And if once you get it down, you can try to do both of them, but I usually stick with evening because I'm an evening person and I track evenings. If you're a morning person, track and play your morning midday numbers. So once you put this 228 in, you have all these different selected rundowns below. I only use the 1-1 rundown because it puts all the numbers in numerical order for you from the top to the bottom. These other rundowns will give you 10 numbers or so that are not in numerical order, and then they use flips and mirrors, which we'll explain here also, on how to win the numbers. With those strategies, if you use that strategy, you're able to see that 95% of those numbers will be in your rundown when you're able to use the flips and the mirrors. And then with those numbers, if you're not tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, if you plan them, you have no idea why you plan those numbers. Okay. That 111 is the rundown number. The 111 is a rundown number. It's going to be a little hard for me. So it's not when it came in. It's just a number that people use, like these numbers here. It's a number that they use to do the rundown on numbers, the winning number that come in. It's not when the 111 is not when it came in. The 111 is a algorithm or a recipe you use to try to find out what the winning number is that came in. Okay? You might have missed the 111 rundown I just did. Hold on. I don't want to. I just did it. Where did I put the paper? Hold on a minute. Did it slide off on me? Huh. I just had the paper. Wow. Huh. I might have to demonstrate. I might have to demonstrate it again. Because I just had the paper and I don't see it. So you can understand what the 111 rundown is. On the previous number, but I have a paper here. I don't know. That is wow. Okay. I just had my paper. I don't want to change it. Let's see. Where did the paper go? This is okay. Here it is. Right in my eyes. Well, I'm having eye problems, so y'all bear with me. Some can be. I have blind spots in my eyes, so it could be right there, and I won't see it. Hey, I'm serious. It is what it is, y'all. I'm working with it. It could be right there and I won't see it because I'm thinking I'm looking, and this blind spot that I don't know I have is in my eye. So here's the 111. Oh, okay. You always have. Okay, I got you. Dan. See, this 111. I'll show you. It's just a number. They can use any of those 1,000 numbers as a number to try and use the strategy to win the number that's coming the next day. You see what I'm saying? So this 111 has no significance other than using it as a number to do a rundown on the winning number that comes in. Because you can use, let me go back here again. You can use any of these numbers here. See where it says a selected rundown below? You don't have to use these numbers. They can make any of these numbers out of the 1,000 numbers to do a rundown on, as long as it's only 3. See what I'm saying? To add to the winning number that came in the previous day. So if you were to, why I use the 1-1 rundown, it's easy to add the winning number, because all you're doing is adding the 1 to the 2 to get 3, 1 to 3 you get 4, 1 to 4 you get 5, 1 to 5 you get 6, 1 to 6 you get 7, 1 to 7 you get 8, 1 to 8 you get 9, 1 to 9 you get 0, 1 to 9 you really get 10, but you don't use the 1 in lottery match. You only use single numbers, so you're going to use the 0, and then you add 1 to 0, you're going to get 2. When you get the same number at the top, you get at the bottom. You know you added correctly. Same here. You're just adding 1 to it, the winning number that came in, and you're counting straight down. Here again, you add 1 to the winning number that came in, and you just count straight down. When you get the same number at the bottom, you get at the top. Okay? Same thing here. So that's why they do the same thing with any of these numbers here, like the 1, 2, 3. They'll add the 1, 2, 3 to the 2, 2, 8 and count down. The 2, 2, 3 and count down, or the 2, 5, 1 and count down. See what I'm saying? That's why I say you can use any of those 1,000 numbers if you want to make up any kind of algorithm you want or to win. But that didn't make sense to me, because you adding up all those different numbers and didn't know why you was playing it. That's why I used only the 1-1-1 rundown, because I can use it on the pick 3 at a glance, with the pick 3 at a glance strategy, and it's easy to find your numbers with my 22 columns. And see, my 22 columns are 22 numbers. They not no numbers that was drawn. Making up the actual strategy, I knew it had to be some numbers that I could put together and use the combination to make up the 1,000 numbers. So if you have anything else on that, just email. But with the 1-1 rundown with this app, okay, what I did physically, you can just hit the 1-1, because you're going to use the rundown here, and there it's going to give you all the numbers that I did physically. Okay, just screenshot Dan, because if you screenshot, you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying here. Okay, now, and you get these same numbers on here. Once you put it in, it does that 1-1-1 rundown for you. And see, you'll see that once you get those 22 numbers in your head, when you do this, you'll automatically know, okay, I go to column 10, or I go to column 1, or I go to column 2, for whatever number it is. You want to find that number and mark it off. So I know automatically that 044 is one of my base numbers. That column 5 I'm going to go to find the winning number that came in was the 228, so I can mark it off that column. Okay? Yeah, so I can mark it off that column. That's the power of being able to track the actual 1,000 numbers at a glance and knowing what's going on with them. So here we're going to go again back to retrack. I'm going to go to the double column. Which is column 10. Find the base number, which is 044. And then I'll go down and find the 822 and mark it off. Bam. Okay? But them came 228. Am I right? Did it? So 228. Let me see something here. 1 minute here. I'm sorry, y'all. I am totally off of it. I'm sorry. I knew that wasn't right. I'm gonna have to go back. I don't know why I did that 8, y'all. Getting old or something. It came in, 223 came in, y'all. I gotta do this over. Bear with me a minute. I don't know why I did that 228. I knew that wasn't the number that. Okay, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me today. Just bear with me, y'all. You know, it's one of them days that it threw me off. I knew my brain kept saying, you know, that ain't right there. And I kept saying, yes, it is. If y'all got time, just bear with me. More money Terry minute here. That threw me completely off. I kept saying, Terry, that ain't right. I kept saying, Terry, that is not right. And I said, no, it is right. Wow. Y'all know when you get older, your brain plays tricks, your mind plays games on you. Mine so just did a game on me. Because I knew, okay, the number that came in, you all, was 223 last night, Illinois evening draw. And I bet that everybody on here probably just following me know that. It was 223, y'all, and that's why we hit it. I don't know why I came up with, how I flipped that to, I guess because I mirrored that 3 for some reason in my brain. But it's 223, okay, y'all? And that's why they was calling me, telling me they hit it. I'm saying, wait a minute, what 22? So go back off the 22, go back off that 228, okay? My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. That is really weird. Because that's what I just went back and looked at it and I say, wait a minute. Why am I not feeling right about this? And I felt off. I felt off. And that's why I felt off, because I was dealing with the wrong number, y'all. Pray for me. That's all I can say. Straining with my eyes a little bit, that's all it is, I think. But I try to stay positive with it. Let's do this over, y'all. Scratch what I did. I know Ms. Followers on here realize what I did, and I can't see and I can't read everything, so that makes it even more difficult. We're gonna do this 111 on I gotta make sure y'all can see what I see. Okay, on the 223, that's what it was. And we're gonna go add 1 to the 2. And I'm gonna try not to read I'm trying not to read here because it's interfering. Okay. You're gonna count down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna add 1 to the 2, you get 3, 1 to 3, you get 4, 1 to 4, you get 5, 1 to 5, you get 6, 1 to 6, you get 7, 1 to 7, you get 8, 1 to 8, you get 9, 1 to 9, you're gonna get 0, well, it's 10, but you're gonna use just the 1 on the on the 0 and not the 1 in lottery math. And then you're gonna add 1 to 0, you get 1, and then 1 to 1, you're gonna get 2. Same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. That's why I use it because it's simple. And you're going to just count straight down here the same way because it's up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2. And then with the 3 here, you're going to add 1 and you're going to count down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. Same number at the top and bottom, you add it correctly. Then the number that is the base number this time for sure is the 001 here, y'all. Okay, I was way off. And I know people were looking at me saying, Terry, that's wrong. It's a 001. All right, because I had just mentioned the number yesterday, and I couldn't figure out why I was saying 228. But it's 001 is going to be the base number. I automatically know that. So we're going to go back to this sheet here. I'm going to skip a little, go up a little faster. And we're going to go to the, don't laugh at me, y'all. Don't laugh at me. I'm struggling that I'm trying to fake it till I make it. I'm gonna see better tomorrow, okay? Don't be laughing at me. Okay, I'm funny. I know I'm funny. I took on myself sometimes. It's crazy, man. But hey, you know what? I don't care what I do through life. I'm gonna laugh my way through it. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's how I've been making it, y'all. Okay. I laugh my way through my troubles until they subside. I'll figure out a way to overcome them. Okay, but thank y'all. It's a pleasure to be here with everybody and be able to enjoy life with y'all too. You know, because life is what it is. Okay, you're going to go to the 001 that I said was the base number, and you're going to go down and you're going to find that 223. Let me come over. You're going to find that 223. All right? And you're going to circle it. And that's the first time that column hits. See here for the month? That's what I mean by being able to track the actual numbers and have a strategy and knowing what's going on with those numbers. And knowing what's always going on with your numbers. So when you mark that off, when you're going to look at something, you can build a skill set and a strategy because you're looking at the actual 1,000 numbers. Okay, so it's the 223, and congratulations to everybody. Not the 228. They called me and told me they hit the 223, and I know the ones called me probably on here told me they hit that 223 in Illinois evening draw. But I got my set numbers. I don't bounce on and off my numbers because I'm working with the law average. So I wait for my numbers to hit. Then when my numbers hit, I reinvest into my numbers. So no, I didn't play the 223 because y'all seen what I told you all I was playing yesterday. But I did tell y'all that column was hot. Those numbers were hot yesterday. I did tell you. So I think the people that told me realized it also. They had been tracking once I showed them the strategy. Okay, now each one of these numbers up here on top are just base numbers. These are what we call base numbers. They're not the rundown numbers, because you can use any the 1-1 rundown is a strategy you use to come up with trying to find the numbers next day. If you've been around a while, you understand that. But these are the base numbers that I use to come up with to make the master sheet the 22 numbers. And they on the doubles, there's 001, 002, 003, 004. Column 4, column 5 is 005, and triple zeros, okay? And then here's the 011, the 022, the 033, and the 044. Column 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one of these base numbers, when you do that 1-1 rundown, and why I love it, and you don't have to be looking at all those different numbers, one of these actual base numbers will be in that rundown. And when you find that rundown, like we did with the 001, you go to this column and you go and find the winning number that came in for the day. Okay? Because I knew I was off, man. I was like, why don't I feel right? Why don't I feel like I'm doing this right? And that was it. Somehow I mirrored that 3 and made it a 2. I mean that 3 and made it an 8 in my head. I guess it's because it's me and my wife's anniversary, and it was a popular number I used to play before I knew better. I was just playing numbers to be playing numbers and not tracking anything, playing birthdays, dog birthdays, holidays, and stuff like that, and had no idea why I was playing those daggone numbers. But yeah, so that's it, y'all. Whoever, because I had what I had yesterday that was hot because it didn't fall last year. That's what I mean. You tracking, rotating the numbers because they got to change positions from year to year. And you playing them numbers and not know why. Because I said that the 223 and this mirror, the 778, and then if you and the 778 hadn't played, and then if you come down here to 001, these are opposite each other. If you can see it, let me take it up a little bit. And the mirror, the 788 and the 233 hadn't played. When you find anything like that, that following year, them numbers are hot. I had no idea that, well, like I said, even if I had an idea, I wouldn't have jumped off my numbers that I'm playing now, because you don't want to burn all your money. Don't burn your money up playing all these random numbers, okay? Let the numbers hit you. Don't try to numbers because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. You're not guessing why you're playing your numbers. You're gonna always know why you're playing the number. Don't burn your money up. I play $2, $3, maybe $5 sometime a day. If I play that day, I ain't worried because I know by law average my number's gonna come. I just have to stay with them. Okay. And you're going to know why you're playing the number. And when you lose, if you lose, you're going to know, okay, what column did it fall off? Why did I lose? It fell off this column. So I know what to look for in this column. And say you get this column, one of these columns here, and it do happen. When you start tracking, might not hit for 3 months. But when you do hit, you ain't going to grab no random numbers from somewhere. You're going to say, oh, column here, number 4 on the doubles ain't hit for 3 months. I'm looking at doubles to play. You're going to play off this column. You're never going to be picking no crazy random numbers for nothing. Hey, I'm telling you, you won't. Okay? That's the way I did. I used to. But in the same way with the singles. So I'm going to call the singles out. Here is the singles. If you can see them. On column 1 is 0, 012, column 2, 013, column 3, 014, column 4, 015, column 5, 016, column 6 is 017, column 7 is 018, column 8 is 0, hold on, is 024, column 9 is 025, column 10 is 026, and column 11 is 027, and column 12 is 037. Okay? Those are 12 singles that makes up the pick 3 at a glance sheet with the 111 rundown on it. Now, I got 1,200 videos. You all can do this longhand like I did and make copies of the sheets. I know people say, well, can you send the sheet or whatever? I know you PDF and all that. Like I say, I'm kind of, my eyesight needs work, so it's hard for me to get around to do a lot of stuff. Just do it longhand. That's what I did. I made these sheets out longhand, went to the copying place, made copies for each month, and then it was off to the races. I could circle and find some of my people just, that's what they're doing. And don't make this hard. This is simple. Okay? Don't make it hard. It's simple. Just find these 12 numbers. And the reason being why it's such a beautiful and powerful situation here that I have with these columns, you got to realize that when you're checking these columns out, you're not just looking at 10 numbers. You're looking at 60 numbers that ain't played. So you ain't just playing 10 numbers, you playing the 60 numbers that didn't play at a glance on each one of these columns. And the way that this here This is 3/4 of the 1,000 numbers, because each one of these numbers can come 6 different ways. So the 10 numbers give you 60 numbers. So 12 times 60 is 720 numbers. Of those 1,000 numbers you can track every day on these columns. And the doubles are the same way. The doubles, each one of those columns can come three different ways, and it's 9 of them, because the triples can only come one way. You can only play triples one way. That's it. Okay? So the doubles can come 9 times 30 gives you 270. That 270 plus that 720 gives you 990 numbers. Plus the triples is 10. 990 plus the 10 on the triples, because they can only come one way, gives you your 1,000 numbers. At a glance, you're looking at on these little columns. Just this sheet alone is worth, to me, is weight in gold. If you just do this sheet and track the numbers and find them when they fall in. This is what I started with. The other strategies I added later because they made sense to track too. Okay? This makes sense. You ain't just playing on any numbers. You always gonna know why, okay, and column 4 or column 7 ain't hit in 4 months. Here's where I'm going to get my numbers. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to you. I'm telling you. When you start tracking, it's gonna open you. The light gonna run through your eyes like a Mack truck. That how hard it is difficult to hit these numbers, and it's more difficult if you ain't tracking and knowing why you playing the numbers. It's more difficult. Well, really, you playing in the dark. Period. Like I was, like everybody else was do. Okay. Now here. And the numbers are randomly. You know, some people get ticked off when people say, they come on their comments and say, you can't win because the numbers run randomly. And they 100% right. That's why I was glad I came up with a tracking system, because they right. You got 1 in 1,000 odds every day. That don't change nothing. That's going to happen every day. Going to be 1 in your 1,000 odds, and it's going to be, like I say, you ain't going to get but a third of those numbers all year long. So if you don't know what 635 of them other numbers are doing, you playing in the dark, period. But they got to work with the law average. Them numbers got to rotate. And when they rotate, you're going to be able to see that, okay, column 7 ain't hit in 3 months or 4 months, or a certain pair ain't hit in 4 months, or a single number ain't hit in 2 months. So there go your guesswork. Ain't no guesswork. You'll be able to build a skill set and strategize with this system. There's no other system out there that you're going to be able to build a skill set with. None. If they ain't allowing you to track all 1,000 numbers. None. There's none. And I'll bet money on it. And anybody want to bet with me, come on, bring it on. Bring it on. This system works because you have to work it for it to work. 1,000 numbers, you got to track. Okay, I guess I get off that speech because I was there, y'all. I was in the hole so deep. I didn't even think looking up was I could do using all those other strategies. I say, man, it's got to be a better way. So one day I just sit down and say, I knew every rundown, I knew everything, but I just like when that 228 just didn't feel comfortable to me to feel right. And you can see I'm excited about this strategy. This strategy has been around 30 years with me. And I'm happy with it. I do well with it. But I don't burn all my money up chasing a whole bunch of unknown numbers. Okay? So, and here. So we got that. We got the doubles. I'll go to the next strategy, which is strategy number 2, tracking the single pairs. Right here. Tracking the single pairs. Now you got the double twos, played, and the 223 that played, because it only had two single numbers, so it's two single pairs. Okay. And then if you got three numbers, single digits, like the 1, 2, 3, you're gonna mark off the 12, the 13, and the 23. The 12, the 13, and 23. That covers all the pairs that came out for the month. Those pairs came out for the month. They might come out again, but you'll mark it off. And if you get something like a triple, triple's only one number, but it's a double, like triple twos here. You mark off, you circle the triple twos. And what I do is I circle, and if that pair come out again, I put a little check mark by it. Okay? And using this strategy, I realized that the 3-8 pair hadn't failed for 4 months. A single pair. So if you was playing any number with a 3-8 in it, it didn't hit for 4 months. Okay? Now, and that's the only way you're going to track it, tracking the actual number. So what I did the a wheel on it, and I'll show you what a wheel is here. How you wheel a number. If you're new to the channel, show you how to wheel a number. If you got a pair that ain't failed in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, I ain't seen no 5 months yet, really. I don't even remember. No 5 months. 3 months, I know it happened for 3 months. 4 months for sure. 120 days. If you got a 3-8 pair, or any pair that didn't fall, or double pair, whatever, and you want to wheel it, you're going to go 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, and 389. And you'll play this one either 50 cent box, 50 cent straight, 50 cent straight box, however you want to play it. Okay? However you want to play it. Now, what happened with me, I played the 385, I played this straight box, and I hit it. Because I knew that 3-8 hadn't failed on the front end, so I played the 3-8, and it might have been that the 8-5 hadn't failed on the back end while I was playing it, but I knew why I was playing the number, and I hit it. Okay? Like that. That's what you call wheeling numbers. And here, this is strategy number 3. Strategy number 2 is the single pairs. Strategy number 3 is the single digits. Right here. The single digits. Right here, single digits. What it is, with that 2, 2, 3 that came out, you're going to mark the 2 on the front, 2 in the middle, and 3 on the back. That way, what I did is they say, well, numbers are cold, single numbers are cold. I used to go for that one too, but when the number was cold, I never knew where to play the number or how to play it. So I said, I'm going to make me 3 columns from 0 to 9. And with those 3 columns from 0 to 9, what I just did here, showed you here, I marked off the 2, the 2, and the 3. The 2 on the front, 2 on the end, and 3 on the back. Okay? So by doing that, I always knew what position a number fell in or didn't fall in. And I would play that number in the position that didn't fall in if I was playing one of those numbers. Like say here, my birthday, which I'm playing in Illinois because I know it didn't fall all last year in Illinois on evenings by tracking back. Okay. And I'm playing it. That's my daily play number. And like I say, I don't play a lot of numbers. I play a couple of numbers. When I hit, I know where to go and get my numbers. I'm never at a loss. Okay. Now, is 927. So if I found out that the 9 didn't fall on the back, I would be playing my birthday at 72950 straight and 27950 straight, because the likelihood of that number 9 falling on the back is greater now. And that's how I win. I know where every number is on every number that I play and why I'm playing that number. Okay? And to show you how it worked, one year, I forget what year it is, tracking like this, 7s hadn't played with numbers for 2 months. I thought I was tripping. The first month I thought I was tripping. I thought I missed a 7 somewhere. But it had no 7 had failed for the first month, and I almost was at the end of the other month. So I'm like, oh, nah, I'm playing 777s. They got to fall on the front and back. And I think I probably checked to see if 7s had failed on the front and back. Well, I knew if they had now had failed for 2 months, that 2 months for sure had no 7s fail on the front and the back or on a split pair of 7s either. And I got on those 777s and I hit them. I hit them because I realized that those 7s hadn't failed, man. I changed my address to 777 so I wouldn't forget. I changed everything to 7, dog name 777, license plate 77. And they came in because I knew why I was playing. I knew why I was playing, not guess it. Not no tic-tac-toe, date sum, grid, flip, mirror, root sum, none of that stuff. I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers always. And like I say, you're only going to get a third of the numbers, so it ain't like you're going to be hitting on next day and every day or every week. Because when you start tracking, you're going to see how long a column can take 4 months. A column can take 2 months, but you're going to know it. And when you hit, you're going to go to that column because you know where to play your numbers. Or if you don't hit, if you just tracking, when you do decide to play, you ain't going to just grab no random numbers out of the air. You're going to go to what you've been tracking all the time. There's no way I would play pick 3 without tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. No way. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I know it don't make sense. And the chances of you winning are not that great. Okay. Now, the other strategy that I have is the front pair, back pair. What I would do here, this is called the front pair, back pair, which is strategy number 4. Right here. Strategy number 4. And what you want to do is mark off the front pair of the number and the back pair of the number. And that front pair, the 22, oh my eyes. You're going to mark off the 22 on the front and the 23 on the back, right here. Both of these numbers are the same, top and bottom. And toward the end of the year or during the year, you always want to know what front pairs and back pairs haven't failed. You always want to know what front pairs and back pairs haven't failed, okay? That way, you can mate them up. One way I mate pairs up is triples. And I don't play triples at all. It's usually doubles and singles I play. Triples I only play if no triple has failed all year up to November or December. I'll pick up a triple to play. All right. But other than that, I really don't make a triple part of my game plan or my strategy, because you only get a 3 on average out of a year, if that. And sometimes you'll get more, but on average, every year you're only going to get 3 midday or evening, whatever draw you play. I don't care if it's Texas, you might get a little bit more of them, but I wouldn't play them at all in nowhere, because by the law average, you're only going to get 3. And Missouri, last year, they was playing sevens like crazy, midday and evening, because they just knew them sevens coming in, no sevens in sight. Only thing they had come midday was the zeros and the 2 came, 1 each, and then on evenings, triple zeros came. But me, when I play my triples, I hit, and triples are far and in between. Right here, triple zeros came in, and triple eights hadn't hit for front pair only on January in 2022, and eights hadn't hit at all on the back up to September. And with that, and so I said, hey, eights is one of my triples, and I told all my subscribers to get on triple eights. And working with the law average, they came in. They came in. One of my subscribers said he was at the service station getting his numbers, and had filled up for gas, got some gas, was getting gas, and somebody came out and said, them daggone triple eights came in. He said he stopped pumping gas and did the James Brown. Tickled me. I said, well, we were all doing James Brown that day, bro. But yeah, they can't, because you got to know how long you plan to stay on your numbers. And the only way you're going to know how to stay and play on these numbers is tracking the actual numbers and seeing what they're doing. You can't be guessing the numbers and seeing what they're doing. You have to actually be tracking the actual numbers. Okay? And it's been beneficial to me. So I want to show another thing about the law average and how mirroring plays a part of playing the pick three at a glance strategy. If you're not familiar with mirroring numbers, you need to understand that with the pick three at a glance, and but other strategies out there. I don't know what other strategy you might be looking at, and I don't know if you know about mirroring or not, on how to mirror numbers. And flips. When I first started the channel, I was interchanging mirrors and flip like a crazy person. Okay, I really didn't understand. I tried to really offer this information to people that had been on pick three for the longest playing, and I had been following, but nobody thought that my strategy was any good or something. And I said, well, I guess I got to bring it to the people myself. And I'm not too unhappy with taking it on myself. I've been blessed with it. So far I'm up to like 2,700, getting 2,700 subscribers, and it's been real receptive to everybody. And I'm happy, very happy with the results. And I started, when I retired, I started this, believe it or not, in 2021, yeah. And been doing it, and I enjoy it, and met a lot of good people and a lot of good friends, and I'm just so tickled with it. Because I don't have to lie to anybody about any strategy, any system. It ain't going to be hard for me to explain it. It's so simple and easy. I explain, and to fifth grader, it's so delightful of all the people I've met and doing this right now. And I'm sure I'm going to meet more as it goes on. And I just love it because I can explain it and I understand it better. But they use the flips and the mirrors, and I was doing the same thing. I was using interchanging flips with mirrors, and I say that, and I thought I was right, but no, flips and mirrors are totally different numbers that you get playing with pick three, and those are numbers that most people use to explain to people, and I was explaining it wrong, so I had to regroup and make sure I was giving my best to everybody. And so here with the +5 is with mirrors, you're going from his 0 to 9 here. You add 5 to the number, gives you a mirrored number. And flips are totally different. You're going to be adding 3 to the 0 to 9 down to get a total different number. So when they say the number flip, that means that's a total different number from when they say a number is mirrored. Because what you're doing, you're adding 5 to 0, you get 5. You add 1 to 5, you get 6. 5 to 1, you get 6. You add 5 to 7, 2, you get 7. You add 5 to 3, you get 8. You add 5 to 4, you get 9. You add 5 to 5, you're going to get 0. You add 5 to 6, you only use the one place in lottery math, and that's the number on the right hand side. You add 5 to 6, you get 1. You get 11, but you're just going to use the 1. You add 5 to 7, you get 12. You're just going to use the 2. You add 5 to 8, you get 13. You're going to just use the 3. You add 5 to 9, you get 14, but you're just going to use the 4. And that's because you only got 0 to 9 to represent 1,000 numbers. So you can't really have 2 digits because that'd be too confusing. And the way you have it here, this is where I set up a number line to kind of help visualize more of why it's done that way. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top of the 1,000 numbers for the 1,000 number, and you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the bottom for the 1,000 numbers. So it's like dividing that 1,000 numbers in half from triple zeros to 499 on top of your numbers for the 1,000, and on the bottom you got 500 to 999 to make up your 1,000 numbers. So in case, just like I said here, a 0 is same as a 5 same as 0, 1 same as 6, 6 same as 1, 2 same as 7, 7 same as 2, 3 same as 8, 8 same as 3, 4 same as 9, 9 same as 4, okay? Now, say you played 0, 1, 2, and the lottery played 5, 6, 7. They just mirrored your number. Or vice versa. If you play 5, 6, 7, and they play 0, 1, 2, the lottery just mirrored your number. Or you play 2, 3, 4, and the lottery plays 7, 8, 9, which happens. And you got to know what that, when people say mirrors, what they're talking about, because you see that's interchanged all the time. Okay, 7, 8, 9, okay, is the same as 2, 3, 4. Or if it's a double and you play 1, 2, 2, and the lottery plays 6, 7, 7. Or you play 6, 7, 7, and the lottery play 1, 2, 2. Or if you played a triple, and they played triple zero, you played triple zeros, they played triple fives, or you played triple fives and they played triple zeros. See how they easily mirror each other like that. Now here is the flip number added to 3, and if you add 3 to 0, you get 3. You add 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 6, 3, you get 6. 3 to 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, you get 0. 3 to 8, you gotta only use, you're gonna get 11. You're gonna only use the 1 in the right hand side, so that gives you the 1. And 3 to 9, you get 12, but you're only gonna use 2. So if you add, so the number for a flip with 0, 1, 2 would be 3, 4, 5. It wouldn't be like the mirror number, which is 5, 6, 7. So that's as far as I'm gonna go with flips to try to help you understand. But if you need any more detail, email me. Okay. Now, so that's basically, you need to understand difference. Because some people in lottery will be saying flips and mirrors, use them as the same, and they're not the same. They're not the same. And it took me a while to figure that out. Got some more paperwork here. And when I came to Illinois, and I've been here about 4 months now, how I hit that 223, I came to Illinois and I took the sheet and did with my run the 22 numbers, and I went back using that app, and I found all the numbers that hadn't played in Illinois. And whatever numbers were left, those are the numbers I carried over into 2024 to start playing. But as you're tracking, you will see numbers you can win, you'll start winning with. But you definitely need the ones that didn't fall the previous year to have an idea of what's going on with them. Okay? I just did the master sheet. I don't do if I'm tracking to go back a whole year, and that's it. I don't try to do the pairs or the single digits, and I will do the front pair and back pair. I will do the front pair and back pair for the year. You see what I'm saying? I went back for a whole year. I went pair and back pair to catch up. But this year in 2024 for January, I start a new sheet, an annual sheet for January. Plus, I do a monthly sheet. Let me see. Let me show you here a little better. I do a monthly sheet starting in January. What I do, the master sheet alone, I take it and I'll do one for January 2024, tracking each number for up to April. And then here I do another one to track the numbers each month. That way I mark off what column didn't hit for the month and all the numbers that didn't hit for the month off those columns. And I'll do one of these master sheets and tracking the pairs and moving the numbers over for January, February, March, and April that we into now. Okay? It might, don't let this throw you off, because once you get this caught up, everything else is smooth sailing. You don't have to go back. You need to know what numbers hadn't played from the previous year. I went back 2 years when I first started and did it all longhand. That's how determined I was to get out that hole and start winning better. That's how determined I was. Now, right here, let me show you something. The numbers that I got for Illinois to play. Give me a minute here. Get my eyes together. Find my sheet. Where's the number? Okay. Here it is. Yep. And how I play here's the numbers for Illinois from going back, that paper I just showed you. Okay, I'm trying, okay. Should move over. Okay. Right here is the 125. We hit it exact. All right. For April so far. And you got these numbers here. Screenshot them. Excuse me. Or go back and pick them up on the video. I got them large enough so you can see them. And when you're doing these numbers and you're tracking, you want to build you a bucket list of numbers that you know that you're definitely going to play when you're hitting. Okay? And these are the bucket list of numbers that I made up off of these numbers to play when I hit. And I'll explain to you why I'm doing that. This here is 781 and it's 782 and it's 784. I'm playing those because they didn't hit last year and they got two like numbers, which is the 7-8. This here is hot because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers that didn't hit last year. And it got two like numbers. That makes it really hot for me. Because by law average, one of these is going to come in. Or two, maybe three, maybe all of them during the year. On evenings. I don't tell you play midday and evening because you don't have to, because all I track is evening. And the same here with this, the 784 and this 804, two like numbers in them. With law average, one of those will come in. Same here. The 561 and the 916. That's how you strategize. That's how you build a skill set. You start building a skill set for your state. For your state. Here, you have that's what I call a bucket list. This is why I call these the bucket list. These are my bucket list of numbers I'm going to play when I hit. I'm not going to be playing a whole bunch of those 1,000 numbers trying to hit. And I'm going to stick with these numbers till they come in. Because I know working with the law average, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm working with. And you'll see how long it takes to actually hit your numbers in your state. If you're not using a total tracking system, you're playing a loser's game. Here's the 223 that just came in that I'll highlight in red. (223). Congratulations again, everybody. Call me, let me know when they hit that. Okay, what it did, screenshot them if you're in Illinois and you want to use these for April. And that's why I say I predict my numbers before they hit, not after they didn't hit. Because I can, because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. And you'll do the same too. You won't be playing on numbers that you don't know why you ain't playing them and not tracking them. Okay? Now here, this again, I build the bucket list off these doubles. For doubles. And here they are. Is the 455, the 557, the 255, the 155, and the 055. And see here where I had hot up here to play is the 778, the 788, the 228, and the 288. I mean the two. Why I keep calling these threes eights? Y'all, did y'all hear that? I'm on a mission here, y'all. Pray for me, y'all. I don't know why I did that. The 778, the 788, the 223, and the 233. The reason why I said play these because they mirrored each other. This is a set here. The 778 and the 788 is a set. This 223 and this 233 is a set, but they mirror each other. They're the opposite of each other. By law average, normally when I'm tracking, one of these will come out within the opposite year if they didn't come out the following year. And you normally usually have at the most, if you're tracking, 3 of these like this that'll come out the next year. And I always look at these. And in Illinois, for my tracking, when I went back as far as I could, I only had this one, so I knew it was hot. So you can really look at this column playing it again because it has only been out once in a year. That 223, I would stick with this column for sure. And then here's a set that hadn't came out, the 001 and the 011. Okay, and the 004 and 044. Now my subscribers that hit, I would play these back today evenings because you see that, that's off that same column. That 001 and this 223 off the same column on the doubles. I would definitely play if not play that whole column, 50-cent box or whatever. I would definitely play the 001 for sure, and the column going down, or these two here. And then you got the 004 and 044. No guarantees, because you know everything's random and it's 1 in 1,000, so you can't guarantee anything. But it got to work by the law average. Everything's working off the law average. And then how I play normally, so you don't burn up all your money playing. My daily play is here. This is what I play. I play the 927, the 792. I played 927 because, like I said, it didn't play last year, my birthday. Then I play the 792 because the 79. Oh, did I not? Okay. I don't want to back up. The 7-9 I know only fell once, and we hit it already on the front pair. Okay, and it came 7-9-8. We just hit this in April. So it only came once. So I'm still playing 7-9 with 2 like that, and I know 9-7 didn't fall on the back. So it's 2-9-7. I'm playing that on the back. Playing in 50-cent straight, playing a birthday straight box. And then I know the 227 and 277 hadn't played at all last year. And they got, they like pairs. And that's 50-cent box. I'm playing those. And that's $3. And then extra, if I got extra, I'll just play the 7-9 front pair and the 9-7 back pair. Because there's a better chance of hitting those. Because the 7-9, anything with a 7-9 on the front, I win, and anything with 9-7 on the back, I win. That's my play, my daily play. And if I want to cut back even more, I'll cut back these 2 straights here and play just the 227 or the 277 and my birthday. That's $2 bet. And then when I hit, I got my bucket list of numbers that I'll go back to and start looking at which ones I'm going to pick up to play again. And it would have definitely been these here. Like I told everybody, I was going to definitely pick these up when I hit. This 778, I was going to pick that up. But I still got another pick up. I'll pick up this, or I'll look at this. I know why I'm playing the numbers. And then by tracking, I'll have more of a greater reason to know why I'm playing and how to play them, because I'm tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. I appreciate everybody that's been here with me, stuck with me this while, because it was a little rough getting things going. But if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town, tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, because you're working with the law average. The law average is not going to change. And it'll show you what it takes to hit the numbers. Really show you what it takes to win these numbers. It's not a cakewalk. But you can win them tracking and knowing why you're playing. Let's see. But I hope I showed everybody how the law average works and pretty much in detail how it works. Usually what I say, to give a little bit more of an in-depth look at stuff here, this is just a rundown that I have ran on another number. You got 10 numbers. I don't care what 10 numbers you play exact. If you play every day for a whole year, you're only going to get a third of those numbers, which for the year, because it's only a third, and each equals 1,000. A third of those numbers is that you only get 3 of these numbers exact for the whole year. That's an average. Or the next year, you'll get this 3 here exact. That's an average. And this year here, you might only get this 3. That's why I say it takes 3 to 4 years for these numbers to rotate out. when you include the repeat numbers that repeat themselves. So that's why you have to track these numbers and know what's going on with them, because you got that other 635 out there. You have no idea what's going on with them and how they rotate. And you have to be patient, persistent, and play responsibly and play on a budget. Take your time. Look, these numbers ain't going nowhere. And time is on your side. Only load up when you hit. Only load up when you hit. Don't pull a lot of money out your pocket saying, "Oh, this number I know coming," and I'm playing. And unless you do tracking, you will see and you will know. It'd be more than intuition. Right now, when you playing, is intuition. The intuition you can't hit, but you won't know why you hit. Okay. All right, family. I thank everybody for being with me today. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless.